What is up? Welcome back to the Next Guy Up podcast. You've got Zach and Tins here with you today. We are anxiously waiting for the arrival of the football season, both college and NFL. And we've got some actual football talk for you today. We are diving into some college football stuff. We have some actual teams we're going to talk about, some numbers, some actual bets we're taking. So everyone get excited. It's time.
It's time. We got training camp starting up this week for NFL. College ball should be starting practices up soon as well. So we're here. It's football season. We have a preseason football game in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff right there.
We're here. For all you fantasy football heads out there, it's mock draft season. So it's
we
here.
Officially have our draft scheduled.
We do.
Exciting stuff.
Yes. I need to work on a punch. If anyone out there has any punishment ideas, send them this way. We've been doing the Waffle House thing for a while, and I think it's time to mix it up.
I will say that I know it was a good punishment because it motivated me enough to want to not lose. I really didn't want to lose.
It's really not a fun punishment.
I didn't tell you it's a good punishment. If people stop caring at some point in the season, it's not a punishment enough.
Yeah, for sure. I had to do it once. I ate 9 waffles. It was a bad day. It was a sad day. It was a bad day.
We have a lot happening in the movies as well. I will. Tens and I, neither of one of us have seen Superman yet, so we're not going to do a lot of Superman talk. But I've heard it's pretty good.
Reviews are good so far.
I would like to go see it. But we have made plans to see Fantastic Four next weekend together with Mason. And so expect some content coming your way on that front. We are going to watch the movie together. I think we anticipate it being a pretty big movie. Me personally, I think it's going to bring back superheroes.
Oh, superheroes are back.
They're back.
Quote Zach on
I think this is going to lead us back into this new section of Marvel. I've had this one circled for a long time, as everything else is kind of just like getting us there. And then once we get there, it's like, okay, we're back for real. We kind of have our roadmap for where we're going all the way through to Secret War. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, we're going to have some of that talk coming up soon.
Yes. Yeah. Once we actually watch it. Yeah. I need Thunderbolts. I need Thunderbolts to come out on Disney Plus already. I assume it's probably close.
It should be. Yeah.
So we can watch that. I need to watch that.
Tins and I have been pretty open about our movie limit on the year. So we're burning up Fantastic Four for one of them. So
yeah, I told Morgan
it needs to be good.
I said, hey, I'm telling you 7 days in advance, I'm going to go see Fantastic Four in Knoxville next Sunday. She said, okay, that's fine. I don't care. And I was like, well, you're going to care about what time we go. She's like, that's late. Why do you want to go watch it so late? I was like, so I can get out of kids' bedtime. That's why.
I'm reading late August or early September for Thunderbolts.
Come on.
We're gonna watch. We're watching an IMAX, and so we wanted the full experience. Awesome. There's a nice IMAX theater up in Knoxville, so we're very excited. It does put a little bit of added pressure on it when you've only got a couple to burn a year.
Right,
like, man. If this movie sucks, it's gonna be a huge bummer.
It's gotten to the point. I know I've said on here, Morgan doesn't really care about going to the movies. I take Macy to one big Disney movie a year. Me and Morgan kind of rotate that.
Yeah.
And then I go see whatever big summer blockbuster it is with Zach and Mason for the pod. And that's really the 2 movies I go to each year now.
Yeah. Last year was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep. And then my movie I went with Macy was Moana 2.
That's a big one.
So, it's just is what it is. When you have little kids, it's hard to get to the movies.
Yeah, I agree. So we're excited for that one, though. I hope it's good. I really hope it's good.
We'll shout out, though.
I'm gonna regret not going to Superman instead.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not as big in DC, so I'm not a big Superman fan.
I hope it's good, and I hope it kind of launches something there. But Marvel is the proven commodity at this point. It's the one that I feel like, I don't know.
It
If it
still
messes
has,
up, the other side of the spectrum is if they mess the movie up, Marvel might be cooked.
yeah.
Cancel it all.
Marvel still for me has that. I have to go have to watch it.
For the big ones.
I've not
Yeah,
watched any of the Justice League movies.
same.
I didn't see Aquaman, so
Same.
they just never have had like that grip on me, other than the Batman trilogy, which isn't part of that universe. So
It's also like the HBO Max of it all. I don't have HBO Max,
right,
and so I can't watch any of it after.
that'd help.
It's the like Max versus Disney Plus thing, and I do not have Max. So that's a piece of the puzzle as well. But that's all coming. We're pretty excited about that.
Yep,
Um, yeah, pumped.
pumped.
Comic Con is also coming up next weekend.
Yeah, there'll be
So
some
anticipate a
big news
lot of
coming.
news. I
Yeah,
think we will have a big episode next week with Fantastic Four, but also a lot. It's the San Diego Comic Con, so it's the big one.
yep,
I anticipate a lot of stuff getting announced, a lot of stuff coming out then. So we'll probably break down all the news from there as well.
love it.
Okay. With that in mind, we have football.
Yeah, I mean, I think we really need to start off the sports part of this episode and shout out the U15 Super Bowl champion, flag football champion, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow. Huge.
Shout out to them. They won today. It was all over ESPN. So shout out to those guys. You know, that's just what a hard fought victory. They scored the most points in a flag football game ever, apparently,
Wow.
in this tournament they've had as of, I think, 2 years. Flag football is kind of blowing up, though. Like, you can go to college for it now.
I think that should. What if that was like a farm league for the NFL?
That'd be pretty cool.
Like the Jags could put like a tag on players that
Well,
play on their
Braylon
farm team.
Wright. Braylon Wright,
Yeah,
the wide
that could be a
receiver.
wrinkle. Like what if
Kid was all over
if you
ESPN.
played if there were flag football teams for each NFL team and they played like farm leagues and teams could put like one player on like a tag every year.
Like
And
kind of like
then
in baseball when you get drafted in high school, like they claim your
yeah.
rights.
So then once they get to the draft, Jacksonville could like trade the first round pick for that player or not.
I like it. Tatum, I don't know
Could be
if
a
the
wrinkle
pod could
there.
hear it. Just
Yeah,
he's in
I
there
think Tatum's
screaming.
on that
He's
track
on
as
there.
well.
I like that. That's a good farm system right there.
But he'll be on the Tennessee Titans farm team.
Tatum? No, we're moving
Yeah.
back to Jacksonville. Put him on a flag football team
You got to make
ASAP.
sure he plays the flag football in Jacksonville.
I'll drive him down once a week just to make it happen.
It's true. That's dedication.
Macy did hit me with the "Why aren't we Titans fans? We live here." Just
Great
the other
question.
day, I had to explain to her.
Really good question.
Had to explain it to her. She's still she likes saying, "Well, I think we're Titans fans," just to needle me. It works too, I'll tell
He's
you.
gonna get in Tatum's ear early.
No, that'd be a Category 7 meltdown in my house.
Tatum, here's a map. Look, let's see which team we live closest to. It's pretty confusing.
Nah, it's fine.
So at least no one can accuse you of being a bandwagon Jacksonville fan.
Yeah,
At least
exactly.
not right now.
Not ever.
Maybe someday.
They were good when I was like 5.
But I think the hope is to be good enough as a team that you can be accused of bandwagoning.
Oh, I wish for that all the time. I wish someone would call me a bandwagon. It means we're doing
For
something.
a long time, it was impossible to bandwagon like be a Tennessee fan bandwagon because it was like so miserable that like no one would ever choose that for themselves.
I did.
But now we've been a little bit better, and it's like it's the time to start gatekeeping. I don't know.
Right?
Not this season. I think we're taking a step back, but
I chose to switch to being a UT Vol fan the day they played Alabama.
Stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, they played Alabama my first game as a UT fan. Derrick Henry absolutely demolished them by himself, and I was like, what am I What am I doing?
That's the key. So you have the geographic advantage. You live close in the
Right.
same state. Plus, you became a fan when we were not good.
So
So
yeah.
you're 2 for 2 on the true fandom survey.
Yeah, I had to do something. I was getting attacked on Saturdays and Sundays for my football fandom, so
That's
I had to
fair.
pick.
Yeah.
And I'm never switching the Jags, so I was like, all right, I'll give up the Florida Gators. I don't care about them as
No, they're
much.
not worth it anyway.
That's not worth the fight. I think they were terrible for a while too. So I was like, whatever,
Yeah, they were pretty
I'm just
bad.
switching.
It is what it is. You can. It's fair.
uh, all right. Well,
Okay.
what about teams that aren't terrible?
Yeah.
Which is actually the opposite of where you're headed.
Yeah. So I can go ahead and do this segment. I think it's pretty fun. We did this last year. Basically the idea is I went 16-1 through every SEC team and gave basically a over under win total for those teams. And so DraftKings or FanDuel, whoever you use, we'll give an over under win total that you can take like 3.5, and you say, did they win 4 games or 3 games? And so we're going to break that down for every single team and kind of just give a 10,000 foot overview on what that team's going to look like, why we think it's going to be true. We might look at their schedules. That's going to play a big impact, especially in SEC play, because the schedule is very crazy between the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
Some teams, like we're going to talk about Arkansas in a second. We're going to talk about Florida a little bit later. Got the really short end of the stick as far as schedules go. And that plays just as big of impact as any as to how we think the team is going to perform. So this week we're starting with the bottom 4 teams. Not necessarily a fun place to start. Here we are. So the
But maybe there's
16th,
some money to be made down here at the bottom.
there, you know what? Those over unders
Last
win
year
the
with
same
Vandy,
amount as the top over unders.
Zach hit the Vandy one early in the season.
Vandy, yeah,
And it
7
was plus
wins.
money.
I think it was like 2.5 or something crazy.
It was
Low.
plus money. And it hit early. So shout out
Yeah,
to Zach.
dude.
He is
So
the knower of over under on wins.
especially for Vanderbilt. So here we go. We're going to start with the bottom, number 16 on our list. Not Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, the only team with a win total of 3.5 over under. Jeff Lebby, coaching for his job right now in a big way. They only had 2 wins in 2024.
I think this is the first year for him.
This is his second year. He was
Is
the
it?
coach last year as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
But they only had 2 wins last year.
That's bad. That's really bad.
This is the second year. So they have a quarterback that came back, Blake Shapen.
Yeah.
He only played 4 games last season after shoulder injury. He was a former transfer from Baylor. And so he didn't get to play very much. It kind of jacked up their whole season. 3.5 wins. So really quick, I just want to look at their schedule. I'm going to break down the kind of high points for you. I'll give you a couple why this line is set at 3.5. I think you'll see pretty quick. Let me list off what I feel like are their automatic wins. Southern Miss, Alcorn State, Northern Illinois.
Yeah,
So good about those 3. Remember, their win total is 3.5. So there's your 3. You need one other win somewhere else in the season. Anywhere else. Let me share the rest of their schedule with you. In the non-conference, they host Arizona State.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a tough one for sure. They host Tennessee. They're at Texas A&M, at Florida. They host Texas, at Arkansas. You can circle that one because that one might be the determiner whether they get it there or not. They host Georgia. They go to Missouri, and they host Ole Miss. I mean, so Arizona State, I think, is a big question mark. That's one of the better Big 12 teams versus the worst SEC team.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one for me because there's a real reality where they start off 4-0 and hit their over in the first 4 weeks. Southern Miss, Arizona State, Alcorn State, Northern Illinois. Like that could happen.
Yeah.
If they lose to Arizona State, you're hoping for a miracle, or you're hoping they win at Arkansas. I mean, otherwise they're going to be huge underdogs in every other game.
Yeah. It's going to come down to quarterback play because that offense is very like high flying, like it's supposed to be. They were really big on trying to get that Oklahoma kid to transfer there. I can't remember his name's like Jackson or something. The kid who got benched against
Jackson
UT.
Arnold,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jackson Arnold. That's right.
He ends up at Auburn. Fun fact.
Ended up at Auburn. Okay. Because I know the head coach is from Oklahoma. He coached as an OC there for a long time. Was pretty highly regarded. People were surprised he went to Mississippi State. So I don't know. I don't know much about this quarterback they have.
I don't know either.
I don't think he played much at Baylor. Yeah.
Yeah, he played 4 games last season, and they only won 2 games total. So
yeah, so
which is pretty bad. They probably had at least 3 cupcakes on their schedule.
Yeah, and I don't know, Mississippi State. It does feel like they're always like they're like even with the season after Mike Leach passed away, they were like kind of scrappy in like random games. It'd be like a game you weren't expecting them. Like they put up a good fight for a half. They have really good recruits. They produce a lot of NFL talent. They just haven't kind of put it together since that happened with Mike Leach.
Yeah,
but I don't know. This is the season either. That's a really hard schedule.
You know what? I'm taking the over.
You think
I think they either beat Arizona State and it's 4 games and it hits, or they could do something crazy somewhere else. They win 1 game they're not favored in. They ruin someone else's season. It could happen.
You think they'd be
it's certainly not an easy schedule, but
Arkansas and Missouri, those would be the two they'd have to. Those are big 2 games because I'm pretty down on both of those teams.
Yeah, I mean Arkansas. We'll talk about them in a second in their schedule. Missouri is one of those, because of their schedule, could be a fringe playoff team. We'll get there in this exercise, but I'm going over 3.5 for Mississippi State.
I like that. I agree. You've got 3 cupcakes.
Jeff Lebby at this point, if he gets another 3 wins, I mean, I think his job is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
I said the same thing about Vanderbilt last year. You just have to think an SEC team is going to beat a Big 12 team, even if it's. We saw kind of what happened last season with some of those Big 12 teams coming in and just not Arizona State. Obviously, they played well, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Arizona State, that'll be an interesting like SEC Big 12 non-conference matchup.
Early in the season.
Like very, very early.
Yeah. I like that. That'll be a fun game. Okay. A lot of really good games in the early part of this season.
The first 3 weeks will be very fun.
Yeah.
There will be some awesome non-conference games this season. I think it's like they've intentionally tried to schedule some more to fill some slots. But, I mean, some of the biggest caliber games in the season will be played in the first 3 weeks.
And that's early, playoff implications. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun
Ohio
to start
State,
the season.
Texas, yeah. I mean, that's right off the bat.
Yeah.
That's a semifinal caliber game. Moving on, we are to 2 teams have a 4.5 win benchmark. I'm going to start with Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky, 4.5 wins is their mark to beat. Mark Stoops, his 13th season with the Kentucky Wildcats. That's a lot.
Yeah.
They had 10 wins in 2021, and then they only had 4 wins last year. I think he could be fighting for his job as well. I think if they only get 4 wins, I think his job is seriously in jeopardy.
Was it this hiring cycle, the whole thing with Texas A&M, or was that last year? I'm leaving for
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. But
and then they were bad.
Yeah, and then they won 4 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good. They did add a transfer quarterback from Texas A&M, Zach Calzada. They did try the same exact thing from Georgia the year before with Brock Vandagriff. He did not
Yeah.
really pan out. Who knows? I mean, you're talking about some guys who are not necessarily valued by the top programs getting kind of sent elsewhere to start for some lesser teams. So that's kind of the same situation here. 4.5 wins. Look at the schedule really fast. I'm going to do the same thing, talk about some automatic wins, and then look to some potential losses. Kentucky's schedule is kind of weird because they have Ole Miss in the second week of the season. But they have got Toledo, they've got Eastern Michigan, so there's 2. Tennessee Tech, shout out, wings up.
Wings up.
That's
Watch
3. They have that weird schedule because they play Louisville at the end of the season.
Oh yeah.
Louisville, I mean, that's not an automatic win by any stretch.
No.
What it's going to come down to with both Kentucky and Vanderbilt is, and here's the tricky part, is I believe that when you're doing Vanderbilt and Kentucky's over under, you're really betting on one game. You're betting on how the Kentucky Vanderbilt game falls because that's going to determine which team goes over, which team goes under. They play each other on November 22nd. I think that could be all or nothing for our over under win totals. Because of, well, I put Kentucky at 15th because I believe Vanderbilt will win that game. So I'm going under Kentucky. I think they get 4 wins.
4 wins. Okay.
Max. I mean, if you look at their schedule, you're looking at Toledo, Eastern Michigan, listen to the rest of the schedule. I will say that Auburn shows up a lot on some of these teams down here at the bottom. Auburn kind of has a favorable schedule. But so Auburn is an unknown commodity as far as I'm concerned because they've got Jackson Arnold at quarterback who had a pretty underwhelming season at Oklahoma. But we've got Ole Miss, South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Auburn, Florida, and then they end with Vanderbilt, Louisville. So when you're talking about a stretch, that stretch is like they've got Ole Miss, and then they've got a break, and then they've got South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Auburn, Florida, all back to back to back. I mean,
That's tough.
that is an absolute train wreck if you are a Kentucky Wildcat there. So I'm going under. I just don't think I don't think they're going to make it. I think they lose to Louisville at the end of the season. They may not even win 4 games. That could be a 3-win team.
I'll throw out that Kentucky plays Tennessee Tech and then plays Vandy, and
That's
Vandy
true.
plays Auburn and then Kentucky, and then with UT the next week.
Mm-hmm.
So Vandy might be a little beat up from Auburn, and
That's
then might
true.
be have their
That's true.
eyes looking towards UT. Their quarterback, Vandy's quarterback, has been he's had a lot to say about.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
The state of Tennessee. I figured. So I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I know.
4 wins. I agree. I do think that Kentucky over under does come down to that game, unless they do something crazy at the beginning of the year. Maybe upset South Carolina.
That would be big because South Carolina's a sleeper.
Yeah,
that would really ruin South Carolina's season right there. Yeah, they're not recovering from that one.
A lot of people were on South Carolina early this year. Like they're the fun.
They've got a hard schedule, but team. They're on. Yeah. Vanderbilt also plays South Carolina early. Vanderbilt and Kentucky kind of have similar schedules in some ways. Okay, so moving to Vanderbilt, they're my number 14 team. Diego Pavia obviously is returning. He is a big story. He got paid presumably a lot of money to come back to Vanderbilt because I'm sure he had some offers elsewhere.
Yeah.
After one of their best seasons they've had in a long time last season, their over-under is 4.5. And honestly, looking at their schedule, I think that 4.5 was a little bit the Pavia effect because they've got a tough schedule as well. Let's look at it really fast. So here your I'm categorizing as auto wins. Obviously they're not, but we're playing Charleston Southern, Georgia State, Utah State. There's 3. I'm just going to be honest with you. The rest of the schedule is not auto wins.
Utah State is also a
It's not.
solid.
I
They're a
mean,
solid team. They win that conference more times than not in football.
Virginia Tech is their non-conference matchup.
That's not, and that's a
That's not a cupcake by any stretch.
Saturday night in Bridgewater, or where do they play? I know they
Who?
play Metallica whenever they walk in
Virginia
Blackwater.
Tech. Yeah.
That
I mean, it's
stadium,
electric environment.
they have a good home
Second
crowd. It's
game
a
of the
night game.
season. It'll be big. You're right. 7:30 p.m. So here's after their first. So here's the rest of their schedule.
Whew, it's a tough
At
schedule.
South Carolina, at Vanderbilt, they host LSU, they host Missouri, at Texas, they host Auburn, they host Kentucky, and they're at Tennessee to end the season. So immediately, if you think of those three as wins, I think if you see a path to 5 wins, you see Virginia Tech and you see Kentucky. You say
Yeah.
if they can win those 2 games, that's 5. I'm assuming they're going to win those 2 because I'm going Vanderbilt over once again. I am going to rely on. There are very few quarterbacks with serious SEC playing exposure,
Yeah.
and Pavia is one of them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
as much as he gets forgotten because of the team he's on, he's one of a handful of SEC quarterbacks that have seen significant SEC action. I think the problem is that no one is overlooking Vanderbilt anymore, especially after what happened at Alabama last season.
And they had Texas on the ropes too, so I think people know, like,
Yeah,
hey, this isn't just a easy win anymore.
which I think was in their favor last year. Was
Mm-hmm.
people saw Vanderbilt and they're like, okay, it's Vanderbilt, we're good.
Right.
No one's overlooking Diego Pavia anymore. There will be game plans against him.
Right.
It feels like with a team around him, it's going to be hard to overcome that. But I'm going to give that experience enough to beat Kentucky. I think they can go beat Virginia Tech. Even if they don't, I think there's
You could
that
probably put
game
it.
where they host Auburn. I think that's going
Yeah.
to be a really interesting one.
Yeah. They host Auburn and Missouri, who I think
Missouri.
both could
Yep.
be a toss-up game.
Some big. So I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to experience. I'm giving them over 4.5 wins.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Okay. Last up on our list today for this week, we have the Arkansas Razorbacks. The Arkansas Razorbacks only won 4 wins last year. If you're a Tennessee fan like that doesn't mean a lot to you because they ruined your season, or almost did at least. In a truly tragic game for Tennessee. But they are back, and their over-under win total is 5.5. This is another really interesting one because, again, you have some experience at the quarterback position on a team that's projected to be bottom 4 in the SEC. You have Taylon Green, who
Was he not
honestly,
the starter all last year?
I think he didn't play all of the season, but he
He
played a
kind of took
lot of it.
over, and maybe
He
that's
beat
why.
Tennessee for sure.
I wonder
He
if
was the
that's why
reason
their
we
win
lost that
total's that
game.
high.
Yeah, it could be. Bobby Petrino, offensive coordinator. Sam Pittman is 100% playing for his job this season. I think if
Yeah,
he doesn't get to 6 wins, he's done.
the university went and hired a legend at that school. I mean,
Yeah.
take all the off the field stuff out of the
Yeah.
picture. He's won more there than anyone.
Yeah.
And they hired
You've
him
got
as
him
your
as the
offensive
offensive
coordinator,
coordinator.
just breathing down your neck.
The problem, once again, as we say with some of these bottom schools, is their schedule. Let's talk about it really fast. I think there's 3 that I would consider auto wins, and boy, other than that, maybe. Well, we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, Alabama A&M, Arkansas State. Your
You
boy
don't
Butch
think Butch
Jones coming to town, baby.
You don't think Butch Jones got one for him?
That'll be hilarious. Alabama A&M, Arkansas State coming to town. You host Memphis. And boy, one of the
Well,
most
no, it's at
interesting
Memphis. It's at Memphis.
at Memphis. Oh, you're right. And that's like a kind of a rivalry game. one of the more interesting non-conference games of the whole season. Notre Dame at Arkansas, September 27th, 5th game of the season.
That's kind of weird timing.
I don't think Arkansas will drop this game, but man, that would be hilarious. If there's the funniest outcomes possible, that would be the
That's
funniest
up
outcome.
there.
Losing at Arkansas to just destroy your season would be hilarious. Notre Dame has not shied away from kind of scheduling some tougher non-conference games. I think that probably comes from strength of schedule being considered a little more heavily by the playoff committee. And so Notre Dame has scheduled at Arkansas. So they host Notre Dame. They're at Tennessee. They host A&M. They host Auburn. They host Mississippi State, which I'm going to assume that's a dub for Arkansas. They're at LSU, at Texas, and they host Missouri. I mean, it's not an easy schedule.
No.
If you're talking 5.5, I think you have to assume they are. If you want to get to 5, if you want to get to 6 wins, sheesh. Like this is tough.
Yeah.
You want to get to 6 wins, you're assuming they beat Auburn, they beat Mississippi State, and then they beat either A&M or Missouri at home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough for me. 6 wins for this this Arkansas team is tough to get to. I think because they're also play at Ole Miss. If you get to 6 wins, you're winning at least 2 games. You're probably underdogs in. I would say, even though they're at Arkansas, I would say A&M and Missouri they would be underdogs in.
And they lost one of their best receiver from last year. I forget his name, but he's the really, really tall guy. He was like 6'6". He's in the
question
NFL
is
now.
whether you expect Taylor Green to just take a big step up and really take over that team or not. I'm going to go under Arkansas. 5 wins, I think, is max. I don't see it happening. I think that last Missouri game, Missouri's probably playing for a playoff spot. It's just if I had it in my gut to say that. Or at least a chance to fight for it. Like they might be an 8-win team at that point.
Missouri's annoying.
Needing a 9th win.
Did this last year too with their
stupid
schedule.
Solid. Yeah. Okay, so that's where we're at today. That one may be a little longer than I meant for it to, but Arkansas I've got under at 5 wins. Kentucky under at 4 wins. Vanderbilt over at 5 wins, and then Mississippi State over with 4.
I'm gonna be jumping in on those with Zach. I like those. I really like the Vandy one though. That might be a full hammer drop.
Mm-hmm. Over 4.5.
Yeah.
There's just spicy. Diego, I mean, he talks trash. It's kind of what you have to do, though, if you play a program like Vanderbilt. You kind of have to have a little bit of swagger.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're always going to be overlooked, you know?
Got to have that underdog mentality, go prove the world wrong kind of way about you. And he does. I like him. So that's fun. I think that adds it. I like having more competitive teams in the SEC.
Yeah, makes it more fun. I think we're looking at probably going to 9 games in the next season or 2, which is just going to check everything out more. But that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, SEC after this week, we're going to see it get really tight because basically 12, 14, 15, 12 through 5 are basically all going to be like 6.5 or 7.5 win totals.
Yeah, it's like who's going to separate themselves from that middle of like just beating each other.
You're talking about one game between another SEC team, right? That's gonna make that difference.
Yeah. Just like last season.
I think just Florida's at 6.5, and then there are a ton of 7.5, 8.5s.
Okay.
That middle of the pack is very, very tricky. I mean, you're talking about all the way from like LSU, even like Ole Miss, LSU at 8.5, down to like Missouri at 7.5, South Carolina's at 7.5, Texas A&M at 7.5. That's one game. that they're projecting between A&M and LSU, which LSU is being talked about as like SEC title contender versus A&M, who no one really A&M and South Carolina, who no one's really talking about like that, and Missouri. Your 7.5s are the most interesting. 7.5s are Auburn, Missouri, South Carolina, Texas A&M.
Very like wild card
It's like
teams.
who knows? Yeah, anything could happen. Then the eight
I
and a
am
halfs are Tennessee, Ole Miss, LSU. Those are your 8.5s. 9.5s are everyone else.
yeah.
Texas, Georgia, Alabama.
Alabama's that high up, huh?
9.5. But there's no 10.5s. 9.5's the highest.
Hmm.
Wait, where was Oklahoma? I missed it.
I feel like theirs was pretty low. I looked at it the other day
Maybe it's 6.5 along with Florida.
because I'm
Maybe
pretty
they're
down on that quarterback they have. He's pretty bad.
Yep. You're also 6.5. So there's 2 6.5 teams. So we'll move there next week. That's a little bit of a looking ahead.
Well, yeah, seeing where we're headed. All right, I've got a couple. You guys know me. I'm a long shot guy. I like to give out things with some juicy odds. I'm going over to the Big 12 and was looking around. This is a fun conference to me. This is a conference that you look at their championship game at the end of the season, and it's always two different teams. It feels like it's never the same, especially with Texas and Oklahoma gone. It's just kind of opened up this whole conference for something a little bit crazy. When your number one team to win the conference is plus 550, that tells you that anything is possible. So that being said, I'm going to the land of the Mormons. We're going to take BYU plus 2,000 to win the Big 12. This is a team that is always ranked.
Pretty good.
They're always good. Their boosters have injected tons of money into this program in the last 2 years with NIL. They have the highest paid basketball team coming into the season, and football is not far behind. So I really believe that I think they've got a lot of guys coming back. They have a lot of older guys because of the whole Mormon mission thing. They do. I mean, they have grown men. They have 25-year-old offensive and defensive linemen playing. That does make a difference. But when I looked at their schedule, it goes Portland State, Stanford, East Carolina, Colorado, West Virginia, Arizona, Utah is the big one, Iowa State, Texas Tech, TCU, Cincinnati, and UCF. So they avoid the big dogs of Arizona State and Kansas State. Those are the two favorites to win the conference.
They're tied plus 550.
Yeah, they're both plus tied 550. So in my head, at plus 2,000, you're holding a team that they don't have to play one of those two teams, and those two teams have to play each other. So they're going to knock each other down a peg. This conference eats itself alive every year. I mean, we were pretty close to getting Colorado into the Big 12 championship last year. I remember me and Zach took that in
plus
the middle of the season. Yeah. So this is just a team. This is just a conference where anything is possible. They're well coached. They have older players. They've got a huge influx of NIL money. Plus 2,000, I will ride with BYU.
Plus 15,000 to have the Heisman Trophy winner on the team.
Do you have his name?
Nope.
Oh,
that's just
just
who the Heisman Trophy winner plays for. Plus 15,000.
I can't tell you a single player from BYU. To be
Same.
honest,
It's a problem. It's kind of a wild one though. Like if Ohio State's plus 600
to have the Heisman Trophy winner. That's because the quarterback and the receiver, Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, it's probably mostly Jeremiah Smith, if I had to guess.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of heavy lifting right there. All right, and then this is my other long shot. When I said long shot, and then I told Zach this before we started recording, he was like, "Really? Like that's their odds." I was kind of surprised too because I feel like everybody's talking about Clemson. Clemson could be back at plus 1,000 to win the national championship. Here's my reasoning behind it. Cade Klubnik really turned it on last season towards the end of this, about the second half of the year. He looked like the quarterback he was supposed to be. Really got in a groove with his weapons. Clemson always has a really good defense, and they made the playoffs, didn't they? Didn't they win the ACC? I feel like they were in the playoffs and got smoked.
Oh, I should know this. Hang on. Did they? They got smoked by Georgia at the very beginning of the season.
I feel like they ended up with 2 losses
Miami.
total.
Did Miami make the playoffs?
No, remember they didn't make the ACC championship game,
Oh gosh.
and I'd bet on them,
Like
and
an
you were
idiot.
trashing them as a team, and then you ended up with their quarterback.
They were bad. This is not a good look.
I kind of just popped that on you out of nowhere. That's my bad. I feel like they did make the playoffs, but even if they didn't,
They did. They lost
did.
to
Okay,
Texas.
they lost to Texas. That's right.
First round.
Okay, Clemson always has really good recruits. That's just is what it is. Dabo Sweeney, can't say his name. I always want to call him Debo Samuel for some reason. Is a good recruiter. I think Cade Klubnik is going to finally kind of establish himself as the recruit he was very highly ranked coming into Clemson. I think he could have a breakout year. He's probably him and Lenore Sellers are my 2 Heisman picks. I really like both of them. And I just think Clemson's playing in a really weak ACC. I think they kind of have a cakewalk to the playoffs. And if you can give me a team I feel like is essentially guaranteed a playoff spot at plus 1,000, it's a 1 in 12 shot after that.
It's not wrong.
And you got a quarterback who
math works out, but
12 playoff teams, right?
Yeah.
So I've got a plus 1,000 ticket for a team that's in the playoffs no matter what, in my mind.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I will say that you say they're in the playoff no matter what. They do play LSU week 1.
But they made the playoffs last year and they got absolutely destroyed by Georgia. They have to win their conference.
They've got South Carolina. They don't play Miami, which you feel like Miami has to feel like their biggest. If Miami gets their new quarterback addition, and
yeah,
watch
out, ladies and
I know
gentlemen.
that's kind of a joke, but really, he was. It's maybe not Cam Ward, but it is what it is. I think Miami has to be your biggest competition there. Or if Florida State makes a huge jump. I know that's kind of wild after what happened last year, but you feel like that was probably fluky. They do play Florida State as well. If there was a way they missed the playoffs, it would be losing to South Carolina. They play 2 SEC teams, and not bad ones. They have to play South Carolina and LSU regular season.
I'm pretty low on LSU. I'll be honest with you.
You're the only
pretty
one.
Low. That's fine.
They're pretty they're pretty hyped up right now. Top 4.
That's cool. I can live on an island alone, Castaway style.
You have been a Jacksonville Jaguars fan in Tennessee for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I don't know. I really like Clemson plus 1,000.
I do too.
I feel like that's good value.
Maybe one of the best veteran quarterbacks in the nation coming back.
Yeah.
One of the most proven commodities probably.
And a head coach who's been roster. There and done that.
Yeah.
He's won 2 natties. So I'd try. He might be a dork and kind of a weirdo, but he's a good football coach.
I joked. You do think they're going to be there. You have to feel like they're going to be in the playoff at least. With
at least.
So.
All right, and then my last one. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. This is a long shot. This might be the longest shot you've ever heard in your life.
Wow.
This is my only NFL pick for today. But at plus 850, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know who's pricing this stuff. Has the Buffalo Bills at plus 600. They can't get out of the second round of the playoffs. I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I think they got better as a team.
Very brave of you.
Yeah, it's very brave. I think they got better, which is dangerous for everyone to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
They added someone with a lot of speed. He like competed with Tyreek Hill's speed at the combine. His last name is Royal. He's from Utah State. You match him up with Xavier Worthy. That's a lot of speed on the outside. You get Rashee Rice back. I understand he's on probation for the next 5 years. He has to spend 30 days in jail. He can decide when to do those. He can do it in the offseason, do it on the weekends. There's a player in the NBA who did it for the Lakers for multiple years. So I don't condone what he did off the field. Receivers driving really fast. I don't know why we're doing it. You guys could find a new hobby. But he is a difference maker as a football player. They upgraded the offensive line. They got one of the best left tackles in the draft fall to him at the end of the first round, which is one of their only weaknesses. They signed Trey Smith back. They didn't let him leave.
Huge contract.
Huge. And then they drafted a running back who is going to be the lightning to Isaiah Pacheco's thunder. Another really fast kid from another small school. So the Chiefs got better. I think we got a last hurrah situation because Chris Jones is going to have to get a new contract after this year, and they're not going to be able to afford it. Travis Kelce, I think, is going to retire after this year. So at plus 850, give me the team that's been there 2 years in a row and is now currently sitting at like the sixth highest odds, or the sixth, like they're sitting sixth as far as Super Bowl winners.
Feels pretty
There's
good.
not five. I don't feel like there's 5 teams ahead of them that are going to do it.
It's fair.
Plus 850. Throw that in a parlay with whoever you like in college football to win the Natty, and there you go. You've quadrupled your money. You're welcome.
Clemson to make the playoffs, minus 200. To miss, plus 155.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah.
Minus 200. That makes me feel
interesting.
good.
Yeah.
They're like plus 190 to win the ACC.
I guess that makes sense because you're betting minus 200 for them to make the playoffs. So the little bit of leeway is like that they could lose the ACC championship but still get in if it's like their only loss potentially.
Yeah. They're also favored against LSU.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're. I think they'll be favored, but I think that's 2 games that certainly are not going to be like cakewalks. You're throwing in 2 of the top half of SEC caliber teams. I think that's. I think they can definitely beat LSU, but it's tough. I think they could also lose to that one.
They're minus 180 to make the ACC championship game. That's crazy.
That sounds right. Yeah. I think most people think it's going to be Clemson, Miami, right?
Yeah, Miami's at plus 130 right behind them. I'm not a Carson Beck guy, so you're not going to get me. I'm off the Miami hype train. You had me for a year and you guys let me down. So
is there a chance though that Carson Beck? I mean, at this point, his career is already underperformed. He locks in.
Is there a chance he's not the starter?
No.
Locks in. He transferred there because of his girlfriend, and then they broke up.
I know, but now
he got his car stolen.
Lock in. They broke up. He's gonna use that as fuel.
He's become a meme on TikTok.
Yeah,
he started dating a TikTok girl. That was a bad decision.
But here's the thing.
He's going to be a meme.
I'm sort of in on Carson Beck.
He throws one bad interception and
like a very confusing way.
You're in on Carson Beck?
I think moving from Georgia to Miami is going to do the opposite effect as it would to most people. I think he's going to be like every day he's going to wake up and be like, I'm only here because of my ex-girlfriend. He's going to be like, this situation is like, he's just going to totally lock in and be like, you know what? I was supposed to be in the NFL already.
He's not an NFL guy.
It's now or never. Let's ride.
He's going to last in the NFL about as long as Jake Fromm did.
I think the other side of the argument is he's now playing against ACC competition instead of SEC competition. So he like downgraded significantly into the type of defenses he was playing against. You have to think it's going to help him somehow.
But I feel like he was like the thing holding back Georgia the last couple of years.
But it's like going from playing varsity to like playing junior varsity. It's like The game is moving slower than it
That's
was
true.
before.
I guess, yeah. The ACC is bad. The ACC has fallen off.
Like, there's a chance he just dices up most of the ACC competition. Now, what would he do against the upper echelon? I don't know.
I
But
can't
you
wait to
have to think
see.
it's going to be an upgrade for them.
I can't
Not
wait
an
to see.
upgrade from Cam Ward, but you have to think
Oh,
he's a. I didn't mean that.
clip it,
I forgot where Cam Ward played.
clip it, clip it,
Uh,
clip it.
Cam Ward obviously is untouchable, so
He carried that team last year. He really did.
he did truly.
I can't wait to see what Jordan and Bill Belichick do to everyone in this league.
You know what an absolute crazy wrinkle. The question is like whether Bill Belichick's ego
Scheme. Oh,
like will allow him to be a mediocre college coach or not.
right. Like
Like you have to think there's something in him that the first game he loses, he's going to be like, I'm not going out like this. And he's going to get the team together and be like, guys,
you're
here's a
not
new
going to
scheme.
embarrass me.
We're changing everything. This is for real now. I actually decided I was going to like do some stuff this week. I'm not
Yeah.
going out like this. And he
I
just like
just
totally turns the team around.
that's the thing. North Carolina could be like a weapon and actually like really good,
Yeah.
or it could be a dumpster fire. But I just don't know how Belichick gets. Like he had the best. Like the NFL is the top 1% of football players in the
Oh,
world.
yeah.
There's dudes, even in college, even at big programs like this, that are never going to touch the NFL. They're just
Yep.
not good enough. And he has to like use those guys and they have to start and they have to play. But he's Bill Belichick. So
Yep.
we'll see.
It's just like the exact mirror of the Colorado situation where the coach is obviously just overshadowing the program in a pretty big way.
Yeah.
And there's so many distractions. But at the end of the day, it's like the coach is going to bring talent.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? Like, you know that they can. But Belichick, on the other hand, has a history of like, we know he's an elite coach.
Right.
Which is kind of where the comparison is like it's like a mirror. It's similar in a lot of ways. I think there's going to be a lot of like it's going to be a sideshow, and especially the whole Jordan of it all is
Jordan.
really Jordan. That's really going to throw a wrinkle. But in the same way, that's what it was at Colorado. It was like a big sideshow, and
Yeah.
then when it came to the football, it was like, yeah, you got some good players. You have a Heisman player, which is great. You got a quarterback. Everyone else is just kind of what it is.
Yeah, we'll see how
Um,
good Colorado is without. They lost a lot of guys.
I think they're going to struggle. But
We'll see how good of a coach Dion is.
What North Carolina has that Colorado did not have was a 6-time Super Bowl winning head coach.
True. And a very good
Um,
staff. His staff is crazy. It's an NFL
so,
staff.
including his son.
His son, yeah. Future heir head coach at North Carolina. I feel bad for his son.
Such a
His son,
weird situation. I don't understand it.
he is a good coach. He is actually a very good coach. He was the defensive back coach for the Patriots for a long time. He was the defensive coordinator under Bill. He
Washington,
he
right?
went to Washington last year and was the defensive coordinator. He's a good coach. Like but he gets the nepotism thing just
I
because
don't know
whose dad
why that
is,
had to happen. I feel like there was a path for him to do it naturally.
instead of it being
It
in the
didn't have to
contract.
be like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird stuff. And then for your dad to be dating someone like much younger than you,
Yeah, she would be
has to
young
be
for him to be dating.
very odd. I do feel for him.
Yeah.
As far as the team goes, I wonder what their over under win total is. Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't. I just, well, it
No, we
popped
got
in
it.
my head just because I saw their chances to make the ACC title game was bad. Yeah, plus 1,400.
They could be a sleeper, to be honest with you.
They're below the
What
likes
if?
of Georgia Tech, Duke, Florida State, Virginia Tech, and then it's North Carolina.
What if?
What if though? I wonder if they just got like a bad schedule. I could not tell you. I don't know anything. I don't know who their
Plus
quarterback is.
30,000 to win it all. Electric. Um,
All right. Well, is it time to talk about the potential WNBA lockout.
Yep. That's what we came here for.
All right, let's toss it to Mason, our expert on legal advice and contracts.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Mason.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
guess do
was
it. Sure.
I was trying to find their over under on North Carolina wins. I can't even find it.
Can't find it either.
It won't pop it up. That means it has to be bad. It has to be like 3.5 or 4.5. It has to be bad.
Oh, listen to this.
I'm listening.
How is this? Oh, I found it. 7.5.
7.5.
Under is minus 165.
They must have some cake out of conference.
This is an actual bet you can make. Most regular season wins Colorado versus North Carolina.
the two
They had the
the two
exact same
side
conversation
shows.
we did. North Carolina is minus 165. Colorado's plus 230.
Colorado plays in a tougher conference.
Tie is plus 650.
All right, here we go.
I don't know. Big 12
North
is maybe
Carolina.
tougher, like top to bottom, but ACC is very top heavy.
All right, well, listen to this. Listen to this North Carolina schedule:
Okay.
TCU, Charlotte,
Okay.
Richmond,
Tough.
UCF.
Okay.
Then we got Clemson,
Yeah. They're
Cal.
14-point underdogs in that game. They already have that number at least.
Gosh, Cal,
Okay.
Virginia, Syracuse, Stanford, Wake Forest, Duke, NC State. Zach.
There might be a smash the over on that one.
It might be. Man. What was it for them against Colorado? Plus what?
They're minus money.
Oh, okay.
They're minus 165.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that checks out.
Um,
Still 7.5 wins. I kind of like that. Cal stinks. Stanford stinks.
yeah, Syracuse has like a 5.5 win total.
Yeah, Syracuse is terrible. That's a secret. That you had to get through a lot.
Stanford and Cal. What are they like? How do they
know.
schedule the West Coast? Both of them. Some like Pac-12 rejects and some.
I think they're both. It's one's at home, one's away. They got Cal in Cal, but then they get Stanford at home. Wake Forest, they're a dumpster fire. Dude, 7.5 wins.
I mean that might be easy. Again, it's going to depend on whether Bill Belichick, we're going to know against Clemson if Bill Belichick is if he feels okay with losing by 3 touchdowns to Clemson.
Yeah.
It's whether he can allow it to happen.
I feel who they play after that because I might smash.
Chill with it, then they may not hit that.
Dude, they play Cal the next week. He's going to take out a lot of frustration on Cal. Jordan's going to be calling plays. They're going to be up by so many.
A non-zero chance he doesn't make it through the season.
He just is like, I'm not dealing with this crap.
He's like, guys, I'm too old for this. I'm out.
I'm not.
Or Jordan gets in some pretty serious trouble with doing something stupid in the media. He's like, yeah, we're out of here.
I'm retiring. Go take my Fox Noon job. Sit on the desk.
Okay.
I'm taking 7.5.
Yeah,
I'm sprinkling them to make it to the ACC championship game too. It's just money. Who cares? Listen, if you made it this far, if you made it through all this to those secret bets right there, congratulations! You just made a lot of money.
That's a good bet. 7.5. Bill Belichick, awesome. You really think he's gonna feel good about a 7-win college football season?
I don't even know how we got here.
Yeah, it's kind of the perfect conference just to come in and be like,
just to kind of take anything.
What if I just won a bunch of games?
What if? I mean, they're the most wide open conference because it just feels like they all
What if
stink.
I just take a mediocre quarterback and make him into like a Heisman candidate? Like
The
what
quarterback
if?
they have is like a
That's what he
super
would do.
athletic kid too.
That's what he would. That's how he would do it.
Yeah,
He'd be like, "What if we just like had a good defense and I made this kid into something special?"
he's gonna just walk up to Cam back. Listen, just we'll get you paid here in North Carolina. You're not going to the NFL anyway, so let's just be a college legend real quick.
Let's do it, man. That'd be awesome.
Oh,
I think that would be
now I'm
amazing.
believing in North Carolina. I don't even know how we got here.
I don't know a single player on their team. Like I literally don't know a single player on the
I
roster.
just know the quarterback because I bet on him some last year, and he threw a really bad pick, and I wanted to scream.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone for
Jacoby
listening in.
Criswell.
I appreciate everyone who made it this far. Go Tar Heels. We're all in on the Tar Heels.
I can't wait to listen back on how we started. Where did North Carolina even first come up
I think it was
for us?
ACC. It's ACC championship stuff, and it was like, what if Bill Belichick just put together
That's right.
a wild season? Came out of nowhere.
I love it.
It'd be fun. That would be fun.
That would be
Bill
awesome.
Belichick versus Dabo Sweeney in the ACC championship. Like, can you imagine that? It'd be
That
must
would
watch
be.
television. I mean, that would truly be like
That's clear your schedules.
that would do numbies on the TV. That's like the ACC exec's dream.
That is.
That might compete with like the SEC championship.
It really would.
Okay.
I
Well,
love
thank you
that.
all for listening. We appreciate you guys next week. Expect some Fantastic Four content coming out. Expect some more SEC over under win totals. We will have it all coming at you. We are excited to get back into the swing of things here. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next time.